Hi! If you're watching this after watching my award-winning video comparing two movies that no one cares about, I don't think you're on the right channel, because I made it pretty clear that Wells' Othello was great, but whatever. If you're watching this after my even more prestige project, where I leaked the work-in-progress ending to the Joker sequel, I apologize for your loss of several years off your lifespan. That was a really stupid and niche in-joke. I'm too quirky for my own good sometimes. If this is your first video, though, hi! This is the Maxwell Painwell YouTube channel, where you will find two main things: interesting thoughts and hilarious stuff. The secret third thing is a hopefully palatable sense of overconfidence. If I don't have this, I'm just going to be incredibly self-conscious all the time, and between 0 and 100, I think I can tell where both I and you would rather I sit. I love watching, playing, generally just experiencing new things. But what I love even more than that is the process of figuring out why I enjoyed them so much, or why I didn't, and what could be improved about either them or myself. I've been doing this for years with no one to hear my thoughts except my very, very patient girlfriend. Thank you very much for that, Emma. But now, I hope that some of y'all will be open to hearing them. As for the aforementioned funny stuff, I also do play a video game or two sometimes, as does my brother, consensually represented by whatever the hell this thing is. Sometimes we sit in on each other while such events transpire, and we're pretty good at making each other laugh. And I have finally taken the step of plugging in my microphone sometimes while we do that. And now, we are on the dawn of funny plays. The funniest gameplay videos on the internet. Oh. This is the first time I've said that out loud, like just to myself. I mean to the millions of people that are going to be watching this. I'm open to changing the name, mainly because we want to be funny more than we want to rip off Oni plays, which is not the main goal. I should make that abundantly clear. So, make sure you watch this video before you watch any of those, or else you're going to be really, well, hopefully not upset. I don't know. Until I get a better idea, this is what I'm going with. Alright, now we've made it through the introduction. What am I actually going to post on this channel? Well, there are two long-term projects that I'm currently working on. The first is a month a movie. I have a massive, indescribably huge watch list of movies, where the only criteria is that I hear about them in passing. If I catch a title, it goes on the list. This series will serve as a way not only to make me go down that list and not just let it propagate until the end of time, but also force me to document my thoughts on said films. So even if I myself forget what I thought of the movie, I'll have a way of quickly recalling how I felt in that moment. This should also help me adjust to a constant workload in order to abide by a very rigid schedule. Because, you need those in the real world. I want to format these videos as a sort of stand-up routine. For now, at least, I want to maintain a focus on analysis with a hopefully humorous undertone rather than resorting to skits, bits, or other such shits. Oh, yeah, content warning. Piss, shit, and fuck, basically. I feel that resorting to such methods detracts from the pacing and overall feel of a video. There are some very good content creators out there that I feel suffer under the weight of whatever need that they feel to insert skits instead of just weaving jokes into their content, or rather weaving jokes into their scripts, which they can then convey and display hume. I don't know. Watch Tess Snakeroot for what I'm talking about. He's really good at telling jokes without detracting from either what he's talking about or... There's no or. Keep the... I hope I can occupy that niche for other people seeking this kind of content, but, without the interruptions of artificially inserted humor. Really, I just hope I make good videos, but that would also be nice. The second project is a series-wide Sonic the Hedgehog retrospective, chosen both for its clickability and the fact that I enjoy a lot of things about the series. The characters, the music, the art, especially the fan content. I just can't get enough of that. The problem, I haven't actually played many of the games myself. I've only watched my brother play through them. Thus, this series will be something of a role reversal. I am going to play through every mainline game, plus possibly some spin-offs, we'll see how that goes when we get there, on their original consoles, because I'm a stickler for having the original experience of something that I care about. A massive trip through time, memories, and the evolution of what I would consider to be the most notorious video game series. This is meant to be the more comedy-focused of the two projects, but I will also include a formal retrospective recap at the end of every playthrough to wrap up my thoughts, and explore content left otherwise unplayed in the playthrough. Sonic the Hedgehog is probably the easiest game series to review on the internet, since there isn't a massive weight on any one person's shoulders to have the right opinion on any of the games. You could call at least 5 games in the series the most over-reviewed game on the internet, so I don't think I'll be too worried on stepping on toes, because, quite frankly, there's not even standing room left in the Sonic review room, hypothetically speaking. Now, where some games are endlessly criticized on the internet, others are nigh untouchable, Sonic has been groped from every angle, and that is disgusting. I have a joke written in here to say why did I write that, and I was still not prepared to read that sentence. I just mean that the Sonic series has been explored from every angle by most every person alive, so I will be able to prioritize sharing my perspective over actually trying to explain each game's successes and failures. So, less critical, more personal. Oh, and the first episode of each playthrough is going to be called The Last Good Name of the Game We're Playing Through. I'm saying this now because obviously it'll come off a bit clickbaity in the first game sense and a certain other game later down the line. But as the series goes on and the titles get more weird, I think it'll be worth the laugh. That, and I think it'll put into perspective how ridiculous it is that so many games, not just Sonic games, are considered the last good game in their respective franchise. Obviously, it applies to Sonic the most out of everything. But I'll elaborate more on that as we play through the series. I think I'm going to cut things off here because I'm very scared of accidentally writing another sentence as putrid as that earlier one. You know what? Forget that. No, I'm going to cut things off here because I keep deviating from the script, and I need to just stop talking. So, yeah. I'll see you guys in this month's movie. What movie will that be, you may ask? Well, I consider it the next-door neighbor to Taxi Driver. Specifically the neighbor who has a white picket fence in current year and frowns at women jogging through the neighborhood because the women back in his day would have at least worn modest attire. I'll see y'all in Falling Down, the Great American Coke.